This man never expected that after being reborn into another world, the gods would dump all the unwanted skills onto him. But once he arrived in this world, he quickly realized that the so-called useless skills were actually incredibly powerful. One of them was called weight magic, which could manipulate gravity itself. Another was walking magic. Not only did it let him move quickly on land, but he could travel through the air at astonishing speed. The most outrageous one, though, was packaging magic, which allowed the user to absorb other people's skills completely. Even the simplest spells turned out to be extraordinary. The basic fire spell he cast was stronger than the highest level magic in this world. When his classmates saw it, they were stunned. Haruka told them that this was supposed to be just a simple combat lesson, but now, with a single spell, he could probably destroy the entire world. It was something the others couldn't even dream of mastering. That night, everyone camped in the forest. Haruka sat nearby, shaping traps out of the earth with magic. There was a group of troublemakers in the class who loved pulling pranks. They were planning to kidnap all the girls. Suddenly, Haruka's detection skill activated. At first, he thought it was the troublemakers approaching, but it turned out to be some classmates coming to warn him. They told Haruka that the troublemaker group had chosen puppet control and charm magic during skill selection. But there was one even more terrifying ability, robbery skill, a power that allowed the user to instantly kill someone and steal all their abilities. No one knew who had it yet. They had come just to warn Haruka to be careful. Haruka asked why they weren't worried that he might have that skill. They laughed and said if anyone had it, they'd feel safest if it were him. Haruka assured them he didn't have it, but he did possess a servant skill, which allowed him to control others. Still, they weren't concerned, they trusted him completely. After warning Haruka, the group decided to stay behind in the forest to keep watch, embarrassed to return to camp. The next day, the class leader approached Haruka. She admitted that she was the one who possessed the robbery skill. Haruka said he had already guessed as much. Someone as responsible as her would never let such a dangerous skill fall into anyone else's hands. The leader thought Haruka would be afraid of her, knowing she could steal someone's life with a single move. But Haruka told her that if the skill was with her, he felt completely at ease. The leader was deeply moved by his trust and thanked him. After that, they rejoined the class and continued their journey. Thanks to Haruka's upgraded appraisal skill, which had evolved into a map skill, they didn't lose their way and managed to exit the ancient forest within a few days. The girls were thrilled, believing that reaching the open plains meant they were finally safe. Haruka couldn't help but sigh. Sure, the view was wide, but there were too many hills around, perfect hiding spots for monsters. To scout ahead, Haruka activated invisibility, floated up into the sky, and used clairvoyance to observe the area. The nearby hill seemed fine, but on a distant plain, a group of people was under attack by monsters. Upon hearing this, the class leader immediately wanted to go help. Haruka thought she was being too naive, it would take too long to get there, and for all they knew, those people could be bandits who'd attack them afterward. To keep everyone safe, Haruka decided to go alone. He'd just learned several new skills and wanted to test them out. Channeling magic energy into his body for strength, he used weight magic to nullify his own weight. Then, applying wind magic beneath his feet and combining it with aerial walking, he launched himself into the sky. The speed was unbelievable. Haruka felt like there was nowhere he couldn't go now. But when he looked back, he realized the class leader had somehow followed him. She explained that she had accidentally been swept up by the gust from his wind spell and asked him to stop. Haruka shouted that stopping wasn't exactly that simple, and before they knew it, both of them crashed straight into the ground.